Right, this is what we're going to try and solve, problems in restoration. A little bit of rust. Let's try and get some new panels in this car. Hi, I'm Daz again. Welcome to another video from P&K Thornton's Restoration. Today we're going to talk to you a bit about some of the metal shaping and forms of making new panels and different types of restoration techniques. This is what we've had to recreate for this car. New floor panel. As you saw just earlier, the rusty one was a little bit too far gone. So the problem with this car being a very exotic car that there wasn't many made, there are no genuine panels or replicated panels for us to be able to use. So we've had to recreate from photographs some new panels to fit in this car. This one has been made out of several pieces and then panel finished together to do the job we needed to make this car look original. This is the problem you get with certain restorations. They don't come with the panels available, so you have to do the work and put the time in to try and recreate these panels for the car. This is sometimes the problem of restorations, is time. People want them done in a couple of months, and the actual reality of it is they take a lot longer than that. Some of the problems we've been occurring on a restoration job like this. This is a panel that we've had to recreate out of several pieces and then panel finish it all together to make a single floor piece. As you saw, the rusty panel was too far gone for us to be able to use, so we've had to recreate a new one out of several pieces and panel finish it together so we can use it on this restoration. That's the problem these days with some of these cars that are rarer. You cannot buy panels off the shelf for them, so we have to recreate them the best we can from photographs and using some of the old panels as reference just to get a good replacement panel made for the car. On this car, this Lancia, as you can see, we've now recreated the rear boot floor. This was made out of several pieces again, and we had to go through the process of making all these pressings in it, which isn't available to us, so we had to figure out a way of doing it. If I walk over to the bench, I can show you some of the techniques that I used to do this. This is part of the old boot floor. It's all rusty in that, but you can see the pressing that's in it. So how we achieved this is we marked out and measured the new floor, and then we recreated all these templates of each individual pressing that's in the floor panel, and cut them out painstakingly out of some 3mm plate. These were then in position, bolted to the new floor panel, and then by hand chased in the shape to give you the panel that you see on the car now. You see, this is the rusty panel that we had from the floor pan of the Lancia. This is what we had basically to go on, of giving us the idea of where the pressings were going to go. And you can see we kind of replicated it quite well. You can see where the reinforcement part is on the car, that's been put in, and then all the long pressings have been laid in using the swaging tool. And again, this car, it was made in pieces to recreate the shape, but this join is a factory join, so we've had to put this in as well as it would have been in the factory. So the car would have been made in two pieces, and then it would have been spot welded together along this edge. This is all to try and make it as original looking as we can to keep it within that concours spec. Here at P&K Thornton's, we also get tasked to doing lots of different types of projects rather than just restoration. This is a Mk1 Jaguar race car, where we're going to modify the transmission tunnel to give us a little bit more room and space to be able to change a clutch or work on the gearbox without having to pull the old engine out. So as you can see, we've cut the old tunnel out, giving us the access to all the bolts around the bell housing to make it easier to operate and work on the gearbox. So now if I go over to the bench, the process of shaping a panel is very simple really. A lot of people think it's very complicated, but it's not. Basically all you're doing is stretching the panel in such a way that the curve is formed. This is by usually stretching the metal in the middle, which allows the metal to rise because the metal has got nowhere else to go. It's held by the outside shape of the panel. This is what gives you basically your curve. on this other piece, if I go over here, just using a sandbag and a hammer that's basically polished, all you basically do is see, basically rough the shape into it. Then using the English wheel, you smooth and pull the shape out to a more nice and uniform shape. But this is the basics of shaping any panel on a car. As you can see, this is the transmission tunnel that we cut out of the Mk1 Jaguar. You can see it's got some quite complex curves and shapes on it, which is pressed in a factory. We're going to shape up some panels to recreate these shapes. But obviously we need to make them slightly bigger to give us that more access to allow to work on the gearbox, to give us the able to be change a clutch or work on the gearbox without having to drop the entire engine out of the car. Again, this is going to be shaped out of steel. But people always ask, when you're shaping steel, you know, how do you go about doing it? Well, how do you do it? It's like a magic art or something like that. So not really. The principle of it is you're basically just stretching the metal. You're basically stretching the metal in the positions where you want the shape to be, which allows the metal to rise because it has nowhere to dissipate through the panel. The tight edges around the side keep that stretched metal in situ and make it dome up. So this is what gives you your curves. This is the basis of shaping any panel on any car. It's this very simple technique, but it gives you the effect that you need. And this is all you need to do. The art of it is, and the time and knowledge is the knowing where to put the shape in and where not to put the shape in to recreate the panel. This is where the time comes through. So, as you can appreciate, working on metal this way is quite time consuming, and of course with time comes cost. This is the problem. You start making a handmade panel, can cost a fair bit of money to recreate. And this is another one of these aspects of restoration that people forget. It can take us up to 2-3 weeks to make a wing or something for a car. Of course, this is an added cost that goes on with the restoration. But this is the premium panel that you need to make on a Jaguar. If it's not attainable, then you've got to be able to make it. And this is what we can do here in P&K Thornton. The process of hammering it out, as you can see, it's very rough and ripple to begin with, and then the amount of time it takes on the English wheel to smooth this out and pull out all the hollows to make it totally perfect to fit on the car. This is where all the time is. This is Daz from P&K Thornton Restorations. So if you like our videos, please subscribe. Any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to ask, and we'll see you next time on the latest video. Thank you.